2 plus 2, 4 divided by 2. Is this a trick thing where you have to do division first, and then you have to... well, hold on, baby. Let's do this again.
Okay, I'll just put it right into my calculator here. 2 plus 2.
Divided by 2.
Okay.
Is that what you said?
Plus... Yeah, hold on real quick. Okay. 2 plus 2. Yes.
Divided by 2?
Divided by 2.
2 plus 2. Oh, baby. Okay. 2 plus 2 is 4 divided by 2. It should be 2. Wait.
Yeah.
It should be 2.
I got 2, but don't look at me.
But
You know I'm so bad at math.
There's that thing, though, when you have multiple things, like you have to do one thing first. You have to... Oh, I think my brain just broke.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Suck Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. What's going on here? It is the KVJ show. How are you doing today, Virginia?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, that's good.
Just okay.
Just okay. All right. Well, that's, better than completely terrible.
True, true.
That's all right. We'll take that. An okay now is kind of an excellent.
You're right.
It's the new excellent. Okay is the new excellent. Everything's kind of like a new normal. That's a new excellent.
Well, yesterday at the end of the day, I was reading through my emails from the work day, and I saw the one from you, and it said, hey, tell me what's going on in your house, in your life, just to spark ideas. And, so I kind of just told you about my whole day. But then after I sent you that email, things took a terrible turn.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I don't know if the email was already great. So what?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
The email already wasn't
great. It
great.
already wasn't overly chipper.
We were going to bed with a blanket of sadness.
What happened?
So we're literally getting ready for bed. I'm fighting with Rocco to give him a bath because he doesn't want to get a bath. He gets the bath. And now I'm fighting with Rocco to brush his teeth. And this little bastard. I'm holding him and trying to set him on the counter of the bathroom, and I physically have to hold him to brush his teeth. Like, he fights me. It's awful.
He just is
this is the norm. This happens.
And this is even with the tasty bubblegum toothpaste and all that kind of
bubblegum toothpaste,
all that good stuff.
We got the fluoride rinse that tastes like bubblegum.
Wow. So it should be delicious and fun.
Yeah, but this is normal. We always struggle, and eventually I win. But for some reason, last night, he was extra feisty.
Okay.
And so he bit me as I am holding him.
Well, if you stop brushing his teeth, he won't have any of those left to bite you.
He broke skin. He left marks. There was
wow.
It's right here. It's still there this morning.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I swatted him.
Yeah.
Then I brushed his teeth with a little extra grip.
Okay, yeah.
And then I put him in the punish bed where I pull out this crib mattress and he has to lay by himself. He doesn't get to snuggle and cuddle and read stories.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he cried from about 9:30 till about 12:45.
That's got to be some kind of record. I don't know if I've ever maintained 3 hours and 15 minutes of continual crying.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Well, I mean, it sounds like he got a lesson about that it hopefully wasn't a pleasant outcome, that let's not bite mommy when she is trying to brush our teeth.
Well, you hope. But, we're working with a therapist, which we've been doing for several weeks now.
Yeah.
We're doing that teleconferencing thing.
Okay. What's the therapist saying about all this stuff with Rocco?
So he wants to get into it. We've only had 2 sessions. Mm-hmm. And he is going to eliminate all the things that it could be that are bad, which, diet, of course, Rocco's diet is terrible.
Okay. Is that improving since is this coming from the therapist that his diet should improve?
Yes.
To help behavior? Okay.
Absolutely. Coming from the therapist.
Okay.
No, it's not improving.
It's not improving. Okay. So one suggestion, one down. All right.
The other thing is his sleep.
Okay.
And
yeah, absolutely.
He's not doing better with that either.
What is causing the sleep issues? Do you know?
He won't sleep by himself, and he's like Jaybird. He has night terrors.
Really?
He tosses and turns all night. He'll sit straight up and scream.
Oh, that's tough. Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
And does he ever say like why what's going on in his mind when he's sleeping?
I think he's having bad dreams, and like he'll go sleepwalking.
Really?
Yeah.
Get up and start cruising around.
He'll cruise around, and you can tell he's sleeping, and then.
Oh wow. So what do you do for that?
I don't know. I'm only 2 sessions in.
Therapist done. Okay. No suggestions on what to do.
He sleptwalked not last night, but the night before, and that was really one of the first times that he went to another room and then stayed there. I've never seen him do that before.
Did he get into another bed, or did he just stand there?
He got into the bed in his room and then stayed there and slept there, which is what we're trying to transition him to.
Right.
Anyway, but it was just weird that he did it on his own. I don't know what's going on.
Wow, huh? Boy, I tell you, raising kids keeps you on your toes.
But the therapist, threw this out there, and he said, look, if we eliminate all the things like food and sleep and all that, we get all that better, and Rocco is still defiant, he might have this oppositional defiance disorder. Which I have a girlfriend.
ODD.
ODD.
Yeah.
Not fun. You down with ODD? No.
No.
I'm not down with ODD.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's kid has it, and it's like they can't help themselves. If you suggest something they don't want to do, they lash out with defiance and anger and spite, and they say mean things, and then they regret it after, and they're filled with sadness.
Almost like it's like an evil Tourette's.
Yes.
They just can't help themselves. Just like, boom, like whenever anybody lays down any kind of boundary or a suggestion, like, no, I'm going to go against that.
Exactly. Oppositional defiance disorder. We're by no means close to a diagnosis of that, but the therapist did throw it out there. That's a possibility down the line that we have to be prepared for.
It sounds like he's doing the right things. I mean, you start with the basics.
Right.
And you start crossing things off, saying, oh, he's eating great, he's sleeping well, he's doing all these things. So,
and it's possible that he's not eating great, he's not sleeping well, and he's got oppositional defiance disorder.
Yeah, but you got to help him out, and it's like you got to at least do those parts, because otherwise he'd be like, oh, I don't know, it could just be his diet. It could be maybe he's an adverse reaction. If he gets sugar in his system, he turns into the devil. It's like a gremlin with water.
I'm a woman alone.
I hear you.
I'm the only one in my house that doesn't want him to have sugar and soda. And I threw away candy yesterday because I was like, that's it. And I don't throw away anything that's perfectly good. I was so upset. I just threw away candy and gum because I don't want him to have it.
Well, it's tough. I know. Boy, getting parents on the same page themselves to say, look, we got to understand this is what needs to happen. This is for our child's benefit. And typically, if you have a third party and they're telling both of you, then you can be like, you're hearing them, right? This is a guy who went to school for this, or a girl, and they know what they're talking about. And they're telling us this is the best thing for our kids. So if you care about what is best for our child, not about what they want, but what is best for them, this is how you need to parent and act for them. Now, if you don't care and we just want the kid to be a savage and be in prison at 8, then, then let's go on ahead and let him do whatever. But
he might be in prison at 5.
Right. So, but
he might kill me and go up the river.
Yeah. Then, hopefully that would be the conversation. Be going, you're right. Okay, let's do what they say. Let's just, because it's what's best for our child coming from an expert, somebody who studied this. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, we had the same problem with my son, and it was the dye in food making him act out.
Really?
How crazy. So it could be something that simple.
And you know how bad I hate dye in food.
Yeah.
I'm ready to make the switch.
Yes. So, that could be it. But it sounds like if you get the diet and the sleep thing going, then maybe you can see, at least, if nothing else, you're crossing things off the list.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
It is. Well, I know everybody's got their own issues. Jaybird is held up. He's got a Chewy issue. He's trying to take care of his dog.
What's going on with his dog?
Well, he's just, he needs his medicine and he's got to eat first. And so, he's got his own issues.
The dog won't eat?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. Chewy won't eat, and he has to eat before he can take his medicine.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
we're waiting on Chewy to eat before Bird can show up.
He's got a defiant dog. I've got a defiant
child. I just ignore everybody in my family, so I have no. That's how I make it here all the time. That's why I'm so consistent. They have tons of needs too. I just ignore all of them. I mean, somebody's got to, right? You guys are paying too much attention to your families. Coming up here, we've got a bunch of stuff to get to. KVJ TV is cranking right now. Smart speakers got that. You can also download the 97.9 WRMF app. We're online at kvjshow.com, so many ways for you to lock in right now.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second, Matthew McConaughey is always trying to do the right thing and send the right message out of there. He's been helping people cope with the stress of the coronavirus and putting out inspirational videos and stuff. Now he's stepping up to help residents that are on lockdown at a senior living facility in Texas. I'll let you hear what he did. It's really kind of adorable and awesome of him. Before we get into that, looks like Joe Exotic from Tiger King is signing deals with the Investigation Discovery Network. And he's basically doing what he's wanted to do for many, many years, which is explore the disappearance of Carol Baskin's first husband.
Right.
She has been accused by many.
I think it might be, it's her second or third.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that's wrong. This is written wrong. It's her second husband.
Right, yeah.
Yes, her first husband was abusive, and Don saved her from him.
From him. She was out,
You're
saved
right.
is, questionable, but still.
Yeah, the second husband. Sorry, this story is written incorrectly. And so it's going to be a whole series now that Joe Exotic has signed on to with the Investigation Discovery Network. Don't really know how he's able to be in development deals while he's in prison, because he very much is in prison.
Phone calls.
22 years.
Yeah, he's on the phone a good bit. I mean, I just had seen, like they had somehow even a camera that was showing him. His mullet is no longer dyed with the frosty tips.
Aww.
So it's back to its natural dark color. But yeah, there was just video of him where he even said, like in the interview, he's like, he was done with the Carol Baskin saga. That was the story that came out over the weekend about Joe Exotic. As he's learned his lesson, he's leaving Carol Baskin alone. So I don't know. Maybe he's flip-flopped and changed his mind.
Well, one of the main guys at the ID network is saying that
money could reverse your opinion.
Yeah, money could reverse your opinion.
I don't doubt the story.
But I don't think money is a problem for Joe Exotic. They say if you try to go log on to his commissary account, it's full. You can't even put any money in it for him to buy anything in prison, because so many people have donated to him.
I could see that part of it, but I don't think, he's commissary rich.
Yes, commissary rich.
But I don't think he's Freeman rich.
Yeah, but how do you keep that from being swindled by people if you have no control of that money because you're locked up for 22 years?
Sure, yeah. I don't think he has a lot on the outside. But I'm sure he's probably trying to set up deals. If nothing else, he's got that husband that's out there that he probably is hoping will stand by him. So if he could somehow get some cash and pump, I think his name's Dylan.
Yeah.
Pump his way, then maybe it's a security policy that you might have somebody there when you finally get out.
Maybe. So stick around. I guess Netflix is also releasing new episodes of the whole Joe Exotic drama, too, that they have. They have lots of footage that they haven't put out there yet. So not only will you see it on the ID channel, but you'll also see it on Netflix next week.
Yeah, they're working on the episode right now.
Kelly Clarkson is one of several daytime talk shows that's going to be resuming production. The coronavirus, of course, put everything on hold like it did for so many people. She will begin producing one episode a week from her home in Montana, recording new material and segments and all kinds of fun stuff, but it'll be from her home, so that'll be interesting.
Okay.
And then finally here, Matthew McConaughey and his family, along with his mother, brought a game of virtual bingo into residents at a senior living facility in Texas. And it was adorable. They used that Zoom thing to call out the letters and numbers.
Yeah.
And you could see the seniors getting all excited. I think we have a little audio of what that sounded like.
We got an I-24, I-24. Oh! Richard Bletch is waving a hammer up high. Well, we got Charles Kings in the iPad up high. We got 2 winners.
Matthew McConaughey, quite a bingo caller, that guy.
I love it.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
The KVJ Show mornings and the best variety of the 2000s, 10s, and today. 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
All right, we got the bird in here. Got Chewy's medicine, and we all cranking on that?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's on my mind.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up, and I brought it up a little bit last week. Does anybody who has animals or pets, do they see a difference in behavior when a full moon is here or as a full moon is creeping up? I've been charting this with Chewy. This is the 3rd time now when a full moon approaches where for about 48 hours he acts all squirrely and weird. And I can't tell if it's his medical conditions, if the moon brings it out in him. So,
yeah, it's a full moon tomorrow, so it's definitely popping today.
Oh, it's pop. I mean, I was driving here right now, and it's big. It's out there. So yeah, anyone who's really in tune with animals, maybe farmers out there, people who got horses, all kind of dogs.
My animal, Rocco, was certainly squirrely last night.
I heard. I was listening to y'all as I was trying to feed Chewy. It's so weird because I start talking to the. Like I'm chiming in.
That doesn't look crazy at all.
Like you brought something up. I'm like, oh, you're not on the air, bird. You're at your house. They can't
You had
hear
something
you.
to interject.
I'm in my house.
I'm talking to myself.
We just need to get a remote mic on you at all times.
Yeah, but the reason why I bring that up is because other people have reached out to me and they've said it's been a few people that have mentioned it about the full moon. I want to see if these people are just messing with me or is this a legit thing? Do you see a difference in behavior in your animals?
It's worth exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, plus my dog's he's got a laundry list of issues anyway.
It's hard to narrow down.
Yeah, but does it flare them up, I guess, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right, we'll see if anybody else notices any change in their pet's behavior during a full moon. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, Magnolia has been wanting to do ice cream now and make her own ice cream
yes.
for a couple of weeks.
Smart girl.
So we finally decided on a flavor. There'd been lots of arguments about what flavor we were going to go with in the family because no one could come up with a flavor that everybody liked. We have finally decided on red velvet cake.
Can't argue with that.
That's going to be good. So today, me and Mags are going to make the red velvet cake ice cream. I'm going to bring some in here for you guys tomorrow so you can try it. I'm very excited about the red velvet cake ice cream. We're using the ice cream maker that your wife gave us many years ago for Christmas. And I got to say, it's one of the best presents ever.
That's cool. I'm glad you guys are using it.
We don't use it all the time, but when we do use it, we love it. Mags remembers like every flavor we've ever made. We were looking at all the recipes last night, and she's like, remember the time we made Whopper flavored ice cream? We used those Candies Whoppers.
Oh, yeah, right.
And that was like when she was 7. She remembers every detail of those moments of us making ice cream together from when she was 7.
I probably remember when I was 7 using a homemade ice cream maker, and it's one of my more vivid memories. I don't know what it is about ice cream, but apparently it imprints in your brain. In fact, pretty much, I don't remember anything before the age of 15 except for ice cream.
I've had homemade ice cream before, too, and it's probably my favorite. It's really good.
It's amazing.
If it's made right.
So special.
It's a different level. There's nothing like being on a country farm in West Virginia and having that ice cream. It makes it pop and taste magical.
And some of them come with like an electric motor.
Yeah.
I don't think you need all that.
No.
We have a hand crank one.
Farm people go hand cranks. They don't go.
Hand crank is fun.
Yeah.
This is why we have kids, child labor. They think it's fun.
It is good
So
exercise.
let them hand crank
Well,
it.
it's early on. It kind of teaches you about work and reward because you really do when you're doing that and that the ice that's in there and the rock salt. I mean, it's not easy cranking that thing. But boy, when you get it, it just makes it taste even better.
You gonna bring in some for us to sample?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll have a nice batch for you tomorrow if nothing goes wrong.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I had true homemade ice cream.
It's exciting, right?
You know what's good too? The vanilla with homemade brownie. Homemade vanilla with homemade brownie. It's real warm with the cold. Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Make the brownie real gooey. Oh God.
She just lost herself.
I know, swimming around. Well, the other day, I can't remember even what brought up the conversation, but I thought about the topic. I think we were talking about an old hit from a group called Night Ranger, and they did a song called Sister Christian.
It's a
Love
jam.
it, yeah.
Yeah. Somehow we were on that. Maybe it's the After the Show podcast, and it's a song from 1984. But it's something unique because it is a massive hit, and it wasn't sung by the lead singer of the band. It was the drummer, Kelly Kvj, who actually wrote it for his younger sister. And because he wrote it, he's like, I want to sing it. So they let him sing it. It became like maybe their biggest hit.
Oh, how annoyed was the lead singer? He's like, son of a biscuit. The drummer gets the hit.
Yeah, but when you wrote it, what are you going to do? Be like, it's about my sister. I don't want you singing about my sister.
Heck no.
But it is kind of weird because it seems like a song of desire that he wrote it for his own sister. I'm probably not going to listen to the song the same way now. But I was asking you, like, what are hit songs that were not sung by the lead singer? How many can you think of? And this used to happen in bands. I don't know today that you can even keep track because bands aren't what bands used to be. But in the era of where you had bands and you know some of the members in it, how many times did that happen and what songs can you name?
Happened a few times with the Eagles. Take It to the Limit was one of the songs. I believe the bass player sang it.
Yeah, Randy Meisner sang that.
And
yeah.
it's a very hard note at the end of that song. And he always dreaded singing that live to the point where he refused to sing it live one time. And Don Henley and Glenn Frey were so mad at him because they had a packed house and he was too scared because he couldn't
It's a
hit.
massive hit, yeah.
Arguably one of their biggest hits.
Yeah.
But I get it. If you know you might not be able to hit that high note, you don't want to blow it.
They were so mad. They're like, dude, we are at a concert. It's one of our biggest hits. People want to hear that song.
Yeah, sometimes, artists now, they'll readjust. When they will nail it in the studio one time and they can get it maybe 1 out of 20, they'll be like, that's good, that's a take. And then when they get to concert, they'll somehow drop it an octave.
You got Kiss. Your boy Peter Criss is in there.
Yeah, Beth from 1976. He was the drummer, and he sang that. That was arguably maybe their biggest hit ever.
I think it is their biggest hit. And I think it really, really annoys Gene Simmons
Could
and
be,
Paul.
yeah, as far as charting, yeah. And one that locals might know here, you might know Don Brewer. He's the drummer from Grand Funk Railroad. He's the one who sang We're an American Band, maybe their biggest hit from 1973. So that's another example of that. Africa by Toto was sung by the keyboardist David Paich, I guess is his name. It's their only #1 single.
I saw the behind the scenes of how they wrote that song, and it took a long time for them to get that sound. Originally, they had done it a little bit more stripped down, and it wasn't working. And one of the guys was in the band, didn't like it at all. One of the main guys was like, I don't know, guys, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
And now he's back on record going, yeah, I was wrong.
There's a lot of layers. There's
At least
a lot
he
of
can
layers.
own it.
Yeah, well, you have to own it.
Well, songs like, you ever listen to a song and be like, wow, there's so many sounds in this song that you're like, what is that instrument? That's a different instrument. There's a layer that's over here.
Using the studio as an instrument sometimes.
Absolutely. That is the history of the song Africa. And then there was another one that I didn't realize. There was a band called Oasis back in the 90s. They were doing a lot of stuff. And there are these two brothers, and they fight like crazy. And Noel Gallagher was doing a lot of the songwriting. And he went to his little brother, who was a little bit more difficult, Liam, and he said, I've got 2 songs. I'll let you sing one, but I'm singing the other, because apparently Liam will get temperamental in concert and often storm off the stage. And so Noel's like, I'm going to have to start singing some of our hits because you just have a temper tantrum and then nobody else is on stage. So I've got to be able to be ready for the plan B.
And he's good.
He is very good. And so he's like, I got 2 songs. You pick which one you want. You can sing either this song called Wonderwall, or you can sing this song I wrote called Don't Look Back in Anger. And Liam picked Wonderwall, which was their massive hit, but Don't Look Back in Anger is still a big song that Noel Gallagher sang. But that was it. Noel wrote both of them and said, I'm only giving you one to sing because you're a little crybaby.
I think one of them hates playing it in concert. It's one of those songs where the band hates to play it.
I think Liam hates playing because Liam goes and sits off the side and sulks while Noel stands up on stage and sings.
Yeah, I saw one time.
So ridiculous.
He does. I've seen video of them, and Liam's off to the side just like with his arms crossed pouting.
Like flicking them off. Dude, there was one time he's giving him the bird.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Brotherly love. So there you go.
Yeah, the Beatles as well. George Harrison, he struggled to get some music in the beginning.
Yeah, they would often do some different stuff. So fun things there. You know, this is what's going to be interesting now because I feel every day doesn't it seem like we just there's a new wrinkle in how we're living our lives and how we're trying to make it through this whole quarantine thing. The new wrinkle for me is the mask and going to the store. Because, you know, a week or so ago, you know, we're still running out. I was thinking, hey, we need some limes and, you know, whatever else. And it's the weekend. Let's go off and get some Coronas.
I can't have a rum drink without my lime.
Yes, or something like that. And so we would, you know, pop in to the, and we'd still try to maintain distance and all that kind of stuff. But now I got to tell you, I'm out of vodka. And I'm like, I really just want to pop to the store.
I'm almost out of whiskey, too.
To get something real quick. Well, and here was the thing. I'm almost out. And so even the other day, I'm going around. I'm asking people here at work. I'm like, Bird, you got any vodka? I'm getting kind of desperate. And then, you know, my daughter was coming over, and so was my father-in-law. And they both had instructions to bring the vodka with them. And they both completely let me down. And, that's right.
We forgot.
Dang it.
They didn't forget. They're hoarding vodka.
Right.
I got to run out today. If Tito's is out, because I know that's your favorite, what is your backup? Because Tito's might be out.
Yeah,
Do you
Tito's.
have a backup?
At that point, I don't know. I can go Grey Goose. I can go whatever, yeah. At that point, it's,
At that point, Smirnoff. Just get it. Whatever they got.
That's rough.
We kind of had that whole thing because you're having to, in a sense, lower some standards. And so, you know, I was having the conversation with my wife before my daughter forgot to bring over the vodka.
Yeah.
And I was like, what kind is she bringing? Because remember how I told you she showed me that 3-gallon jug of like Henry's vodka?
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm just like, you know.
Henry doesn't seem to have the same standards as Tito.
Well, it's just I'm an older man in the game, and I just, you know, I'm so old and frail now that my body just can't handle ratchet vodka. Like, I will wear that in pain for 3 days.
And a lot of those young girls, too, they like, oh my God, it's cotton candy vodka.
Yeah.
Did you see Kevin on cotton candy vodka?
So this is where, and so I'm having this conversation. I'm like, she's getting Tito's, right? I'm always like, how can you be picky in a time like this? I'm like, I know, but I'm like, there's just some standards that I am still trying to hold on to.
We're not there yet.
No,
we're not at Henry's
You're
yet.
right. I'm not there.
But to your point, the store where I was at, I needed cheese. All they had was fat-free, and I had to settle for fat-free shredded cheese. And I was so bummed out, but that's all they had.
Every day and in every way, it's breaking down our standards. I mean, think about the toilet paper. If you couldn't find toilet paper and you're a Charmin person, just for example, because you have a snotty behind that is very pretentious, and all you see is maybe Scott's towel or something like that. Did you know?
Yeah.
To go from Charmin to Scott is an adjustment.
You ever seen the TP? You can actually see the wood chips in it. Like they haven't pulped. It hasn't been grinded enough. You're going,
I see cardboard.
I actually see splinters in that TP. And you're like, would you be to a point where you're like, oh, I'm just not quite there yet. Not quite there yet on the cheap TP. But I tell you, if this thing keeps going on and we have to wait before they have got, you know, some kind of, I always keep forgetting the name, antidote. What is the name of it?
Vaccine.
Thank you.
Antidote. I like antidote.
I don't know why
antidote.
I can't ever. You ever have a word you can't come up with?
Many. Many.
What do they call that thing again? Vaccine.
A cure or a vaccine?
Yeah. Imagine if it's 12 to 18 months. Like some places.
That's what they're saying.
Okay. Where are our vodka and TP standards going to be in 18 months? If that were the case.
Bring it on, Henry.
Gosh, you're right.
I'm just nervous that Fat-free cheese is my future.
What kind of cheese did you get, Pumpkin?
I believe it was mozzarella.
Okay, I can get you some mozzarella.
Okay.
You want shredded
It's turned to
mozzarella?
black market stuff now.
That would be great.
I went to the restaurant Tipo, and I'm here to tell you there's no shortage over there.
Okay.
Absolutely no
Okay.
shortage.
You go to one store, you don't want to go to a second store. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. I stopped going to other stores now. I only go to Restaurant Depot because I don't want to deal with the pain of empty shelves.
Fat Kevin, the cheese was hit real hard.
Yeah.
Real hard.
You'll
Okay.
have mozzarella by noon tomorrow.
I love it.
Got somebody that's giving me some backup vodka options. Kevin, you got to try Tower Vodka from Total Wine. The ex-partner is from Tito's. And they've distilled it actually one more time. I think I've actually heard of that.
I like it when you have like a team member of a certain brand who breaks away and does their own thing better and cheaper. Is that
Yeah.
what's going on? Tito's is pretty good.
Right. No, it is pretty good. And to clarify, it's not that there's a Tito shortage. It's just that now I had seen yesterday on the news they were saying if you can, try not to go to the store but every 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, and they're like only necessary trips. And so I'm trying to in my mind justify vodka as necessary. And I'm like going,
Some people it is.
how terrible would that be if I get coronavirus just because I need a handle of Tito's?
All right, I'll go out there and brave the storm.
No, I'm
for it.
not.
No.
I wouldn't do that. I would
Well,
not
yeah.
put you in that.
I hear you. Wink, wink. I got you. Don't worry.
Let me give you a suggestion.
We'll get your Tito's.
Go to an upscale liquor store. Don't go to like a lower level liquor store.
I'm done. Ever since Publix liquor's opened, I never go to the one where the kid and the dad try to sell me drugs. I don't go to that one
Don't
anymore.
go to that one.
No, I don't.
That's not where you need to be at a time like this. You want to go to the fanciest liquor store you can find. Just trust me.
Kev, this is priority one.
Total Wine delivers.
Oh.
Well, hold on. Just be careful though, because the delivery is very slow. I tried to get some whiskey the other day.
Is it backed up?
It was. My whiskey wasn't gonna get there for 3 days, so I was like,
So I need to order today for this weekend.
Yes.
Okay. All right. There you go. The important stuff, we're handling it right here. Don't worry. Looking at some celebrity birthdays here today. Big old happy birthday going out to Bill Bellamy. He's happy he's not going to have to kick Virginia out of a nightclub today for his birthday.
Man, you really got away with celebrities, Virginia.
He's turning 55
I may have
today.
been overserved.
He had you kicked out of a bar.
No, he had me kicked out of the VIP room first, and then when I didn't leave the bar, had me kicked out of the bar.
I mean, what were you doing?
I thought it was sexy dancing. Apparently, he did not.
Not that sexy, huh? Okay, not sexy enough.
No.
Happy birthday to Russell Crowe. He's 56 today. Jackie Chan, 66. And John Oates from Hall & Oates turned 72 today.
Nice.
Also, happy birthday to Liam. Little shout out from Mommy, Daddy, and Sissy Lily. Also, happy 6th birthday to Olivia from your cousins Brady and Julie and Aunt Becky and Uncle Doug. And also a happy 25th birthday to this goofball Miranda Love Patty. Okay. Thank you very much for your emails. You can send us one if you want on the KVJ show with a birthday shout out. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Going to get it all taken care of for you. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, somebody asked in the question, is it wrong to lock your kids outside? Okay. What?
I say no.
Okay. All right. We'll find out what this is all about coming up. Okay. Is it wrong to lock your kids outside? Virginia, I don't know if you've ever contemplated this parenting tactic here.
I hadn't thought about it, but I'm going to steal the idea today. That's just creative parenting.
Yeah. Do they frown on that? I mean, do you have to give your children 24/7 access to your home?
If they deserve it, they can come in. But if they're being bad, hey, it's war, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know what the ruling is on that. Johnny's on here from Lake Worth. He's actually got the question about this. Johnny, this might be a consideration of yours. What exactly is going on in your home that you would even consider this?
Well, first off, Virginia, before you judge, at least listen to the extreme situation we're dealing with there, okay?
Okay.
All right. I like to judge, though. It's going to be hard for me.
Well, look, the kids have been out of school, and my wife and I haven't been able to get together, if you follow. And,
Okay.
I mean, they're always around now, and we understand why, and we're making it work. She's working from home. I normally work from home, and she's also overseeing the kids with the online schooling. We've got an 8 and 11-year-old kids, and face it, at the end of her day, she's so exhausted. And lately on the weekend, the kids have been inside all the time. So last Saturday, I made up a bunch of water balloons and sent them outside so we could get alone and have some time. And I locked the door. Make sure that we'd have nobody barging in, if you know what I mean. 5 minutes later, they're outside. I can hear them fighting. One's crying, beating on the door. So they're even more traumatized than they were because they were locked out of the house. We never got done. And so we're kind of looking forward to this weekend, but I'm afraid the kids won't fall for going outside again after we lock them out. And
Okay.
I'm just curious, guys. Maybe somebody can help us out. Any other parents who are going through the same thing have any ideas or solutions? Really, it's what I'm looking for.
Okay, so the kids are cutting into your alone time, and so you've tried the tactic of giving them the water balloon, send them outside, locking the doors, and of course they start a fight and they want to get back in. Virginia, you and your husband Panda seem to be pretty good at carving out time or finding creative solutions, and you've got Rocco, who always seems to be running around. He's 4. I know Magnolia's got to be a lot easier to dodge, but if you guys...
She's actually dodging us.
Right.
She's a teenager who rarely comes out of her room.
So see, there you go. So that's easy. You're not ever worried about her.
She's good.
Okay, so in this time of quarantine where the kids and everybody is around each other, is it tougher to find adult time? And then do you have any advice for any couples that are out there that are struggling to get 5 to 10 minutes of separation from their ginned up kids?
I can only tell you what works for us. Bath time has been great.
Okay.
We put Rocco in the bath with all of his toys and lots of fun and bubbles and this and that. And we make bath so cool that we know we have a 20-minute window. He's in there. He's not going to want to be, taken out of the bathtub for a good bit. He's got enough to keep him busy.
It says here Johnny has an 8 and 11-year-old. So
I get that whole bath thing, by the way. I could get lost in a bath for just hours.
I think 8 and 11 might still work with bath time, but what do I know?
same bath?
Are they the same gender? If you've got one knocking on puberty's door and they're different genders, I would not recommend same bath.
Yeah, the 11-year-old's going to be in the bathroom a while.
A lot of people are saying the number one suggestion that people are texting in is showering together. Now, I guess you just have to become a master. Maybe some parents are becoming a master of shower loving.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a different level and requires different dexterity and approaches.
Lock the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Lie to the kids and tell them that mommy went to the store and daddy's taking a shower. And then hopefully, they'll leave you alone for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well,
or you can do, here's $20. It's called the quiet game. Who can stay quiet the longest? You get $20.
Does that work with kids today?
I don't, you're right. $20. What's $20?
I don't know. Maybe. There's something that is kind of interesting that they're talking about when it comes to parenting through a pandemic. According to this recent poll, they said that 90% of children report, quote, enjoyment and happiness while spending their days with their families. 65% of parents also report their children are experiencing boredom. So the kids do seem to enjoy being home with the parents. Apparently the kids are loving it. And I think that is, to me, the best part of everything about the coronavirus and the quarantine is families slowing down and reconnecting a lot more.
That is good. But I got one friend he was texting me yesterday saying, man, I am losing my mind. I want to kill my entire family.
Yeah.
They are
When did Panda call you?
They are so annoying.
I think me and Mags are on the same page. Like, we want to play games. We want to be cool. We want to be nice. I don't know about the other two.
What's wrong with Panda? Should I text Panda right now?
He was not into game night last night, even though he ended up winning Uno.
Really?
It was a spite win.
He hated Clue. Hated Clue.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Well, I think you said you had to wear British accents in your voice the entire time. Is that why he hated it?
Clue with a British accent is fun.
Did he not like that part of it?
No, he did not like that
He
part.
didn't like your accent. Game.
Well, you're losing your mind too, because that's not.
Colonel Mustard did it in the ballroom.
And you the entire time, huh?
He's
like
just,
he's not playing along.
What about Professor Plum?
Oh, Professor Plum, he definitely did it.
Did he?
With a lead pipe.
I kind of want to play British Clue. This seems kind
fun.
of. Yes, it does.
British Clue
You
is
said the wrong
so
guy
fun.
playing.
Yeah. I got the
Oh,
Need to bring Bird over for Clue night.
believe me, I love a game night. I do it all damn night.
And he's got an eye patch on right now, so doesn't he look like he
I
belongs
feel
in a
like you
game
should
like
be
Clue?
talking like a pirate.
I'll talk. I mean, if it's okay with Kevin, I'd love to talk like a pirate the entire show.
You do what you need to do to get by.
But this gets old, my friends.
And why are you wearing an eye patch again?
Because I lost a video game to Dennys.
So it was a bet.
11 people were watching.
You do look like a guy who'd be on a boat today, though.
I do.
You really do look like a pirate. You got on some kind of black toboggan cap and with a black eye patch. And actually, you're cultivating a look.
It's my look.
You do kind of look like one of the guys from Deadliest Catch.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Parents talked a little bit about how they are keeping it together. That's what I think was most different. Kids seem to be enjoying the presence of their family. How about the parents with the kids? 52% of parents said that self-isolating and financial worries were getting in the way of their parenting. And about 19% said they were screaming more, and 15% they said that they had increased their use of discipline during the pandemic.
That's going on in my house. Certainly was last night.
The kids are going to want to get away from you. They keep disciplining them.
I was trying to think about where I could go last night to get away from them, and the answer is nowhere.
If you want.
So that's pretty upsetting. I
Yeah.
honestly wanted to get in my car and just leave.
Well, next time, get in your car.
And not them. When I say them, I just mean Rocco.
Well, just come on over. We'll play some British Clue together.
I was so mad. I was shaking. I was upset. I was just, ugh. I want to drive, but there's nowhere you can drive to.
And that's kind of what's driving people crazy.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't want to play Clue with you. That sounds like an awful time. Mad, shaking, crazy.
The recommendation they have is they say parents should be more flexible in some things like screen time. If you were always a stickler for that before, maybe loosen your boundaries on some things you do with your kids. But they say you can still hold steady on more serious issues like lying or hurting others. You don't make compromises on that. But there are some things as a parent that, maybe it's on some of the food they eat or some of the screen time and things like that. Creating a daily schedule and getting kids involved with household chores also helps. If you want some alone time, Virginia, put them busy on a task. And say you need to go out and weed the yard or this or that, and then that keeps them busy, and you get a little bit of time to go chill and have a glass of wine.
Hey, Rocco, go weed the yard. That should go well.
Do you have any kind of age-appropriate chore that Rocco could do?
By himself?
Yeah.
No.
No.
He's what, 4?
Yeah, he's 4.
4? All right, 4, you could organize the plastic spoons.
It's really hard to get him to do anything like that. Now, he does love to help.
Could you even throw down like a huge box of Legos and be like, hey, I need the blue in one pile, green in one pile, and red in another?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Something like that maybe
Yeah,
would do it.
maybe.
He thinks it's a chore. Back. That'd be a major help for me. Thank you. They say that parents should not neglect self-care and should take their own downtime doing something that relaxes them. So distract the kids with a chore, and then you do what it is that makes you not so stressed. That's what they're saying. Otherwise, you're going to lose your mind and you're going to kill your kids. That's basically what they're saying.
If you love KVJ on the radio, you'll love them even more on Instagram. Follow at KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Parenting through a pandemic. How are you doing it so that you don't lose your mind? That is the question we're looking at here. This says 52% of parents said that self-isolating and financial worries were getting in the way of their parenting. They do recommend that you not neglect self-care, though, parents. That means taking your own downtime and doing something that relaxes you. We got a text that somebody said, I can feel you, V. I found it's great to start the weekends with mimosas in the morning and just keep a decent buzz going all day. Not drunk, just a happy buzz.
All day, though, that's a tough thing to maintain.
It's a delicate balance.
And there's definitely a trial and error on that.
Someone else said they took a drive the other day and it was glorious. Just take the drive to clear your head, but don't do that after you've had the mimosas. Just keep them separate, but... whatever your thing might be.
I can't drive. I've had 12 mimosas.
I thought you weren't allowed to go out and drive for no reason.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't think there's anything stopping that.
Once again, I'm confused.
No, I don't think you can, actually.
You can't go and just drive your car?
You're only supposed to leave for essential. Is what the stay-at-home order is, right?
I'd argue clearing your head might be essential in some respects.
You may be able to explain that, and I don't think they're pulling people over, but
no, I don't think so either. And I wonder on the weekend, like, let's say that you do want to go do a drive along the ocean. It's social distancing. You're not around anybody. You pull out of your driveway and you return to your driveway without seeing anybody else. Gas prices are low.
Virginia,
why can you not go out and drive along the ocean?
Virginia has made me believe that you are not allowed to do that. I really am going on your guidelines.
Well, I'm just reading what stay-at-home order means, and you're only supposed to leave if you have an essential business that you have to go to work for, or if you're leaving to get food or drugs, the medicine that you need. Not drugs, food or medicine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought it was.
I don't know. I'd like to hear, because I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, if that is something that's therapeutic for you and it relaxes your mind and you're going absolutely stir crazy, and you will not have any kind of interaction with another human being, then I don't know why you couldn't.
Well, I mean, if you're staying in your car, your windows are rolled up.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just confused in what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to.
I would do it. And if it were the weekend and they pull you over, I'd be like going, keep your distance, 1. 2, what are you doing? I'm driving around to clear my head. My kids are driving me crazy.
I don't think they're pulling people over, so I think
I don't think so either.
I haven't seen. It doesn't appear. If that was happening, people would post on social media.
I think people would really lose their mind if somebody was out and they wanted to just drive around and clear the head, get on your motorcycle, whatever it is you might do, and that's your thing.
Then what do we need this paperwork for?
So it limits movement outside your home to providing or getting essential services or carrying out essential activities. And I don't know, a drive because your kids are driving you nuts. I don't know if that's technically essential, but I don't think that they're going to pull you over.
I think at this point, if they started doing that and somebody said, look, I just needed to get away and I want to clear my head. I wanted to, listen to the KVJ Show podcast or whatever you might be doing while you're driving. And they said, nope, sorry, you got to go back home. I think people would really start losing their marbles, and I think it would get chaotic. Oh, yeah. One thing that we are doing to try to help people out is our bartenders here that right now, a lot of them have been laid off. In fact, when's the next time a bartender is going to be able to get back to work? It's just tough. I saw like almost a third of young people have lost their jobs so far, according to a recent survey. 18 to 34, 31% right now have been laid off or on temporary leave because of the outbreak. And I'm sure in South Florida, where we have the service industry that is so big, numbers on that probably even bigger, unfortunately. So we're doing what we can to try to help out. If you normally are a person that would go to a bar anyway and be tipping, if you got $5-10, just jump onto our website, kvjshow.com, and we got a whole bunch of bartenders. Maybe you can find one you actually used to go see anyway from a bar or a bar that's in your area, and you can be like, okay, yeah, I can drop you $5, do a little Venmo thing. It's real easy for you to do. Like here is Brooke. She sent this in. She is one of our bartenders that we got on our website right now.
Hey guys, my name's Brooke. I'm currently a bartender at Grande's in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I was laid off due to coronavirus. I'm a full-time student and can't wait to get back to working and seeing you guys.
Okay, there you go. So if you'd like to drop some money in Brooke's account, you can jump onto kvjshow.com and do so and adopt a bartender. And if you're a bartender out there and you'd like to be featured on the KVJ Show, just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com with a video 20 seconds or less, name, where you used to bartend, maybe a little something about yourself, and make sure you include that Venmo account so that we can get you up here for Adopt a Bartender. Leo is on here from West Palm Beach to play Dennys or Animal. What's up, Leo?
What's going on? What's going on?
How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Good. I got to tell you, wildlife is really enjoying the quarantine. Wherever you go, you're seeing all kinds of benefits.
Oh, baby, it's spring, and they are humping like crazy right now. It is quite the thing to watch, at least on my patio.
But they don't actually, some of them don't like you to watch. They had a situation with these two panda bears in China. They've been trying to get them to mate for 10 years, and they wouldn't. And because of the social distancing and the quarantine thing, they basically have been on their own, and no humans have been interacting with them, and they finally started mating again. They just want a little bit of privacy, and they took 10 years holding out to do it.
Then lizards and squirrels, they are into people watching.
They want people to... They're into people watching, or they want people watching them?
They want people watching them.
Freaky.
Yeah. Some have. They have towns I saw in Wales. A bunch of goats just were walking through neighborhoods and taking over and be like, all right, this is our town now. This is our town.
They were doing it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. They're just...
All right. Sorry.
They're just
Started
walking
doing
around.
people.
Yes. My
Terrible.
gosh.
You just go out to get the mail.
Wow.
And all of a sudden,
Oh, that's
you're being
tough.
goat raped.
Yeah, goat rape everywhere. That's terrible.
Horny goats.
These godless goats. Yeah, no, thankfully it's not gotten that bad. So here we go. Dennys or animals. Let's see if the sounds have changed here. We've got the sound of an animal, and you just got to tell us if this is the real animal or if this is Dennys making this noise. Okay, here, Leo?
All right, let's go.
First one here is a mating sound. This is a moose. Putting out that moose call, you know, when they're looking for a female moose. And
Okay.
they're like, okay.
We know what it sounds like.
So this is going to be a hot round.
Looking pretty good in them horns. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. This is a moose mating call. Is this the real moose or is this Dennys? Why does it sound like Jimmy Stewart?
I feel like that is.
Hey, Clarence.
I feel like that's
Every time a bell rings.
that's the beginning. That's like the foreplay.
Is that it?
That's what that is.
Okay. Leo, what do you think? Is that Dennys or animal making that noise?
That is definitely Denny.
Definitely Dennys, yes.
The moose is loose.
The moose is a loose. Okay.
Dennys are getting to going.
Yes. All right, here we go. If you're an FAU fan, we got ourselves an owl. An owl hooting. Is this Dennys or animal?
I love that little noise on the back end it makes. The
Yeah.
reverberation or whatever
Like
that is.
the yodel part.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Oh, I can't do that. How do you do it? I can't do this. I can't do it.
You sound like a drowning animal.
Leo, what do you think about that? Is that a real owl or is that our producer Dennys?
I think I'm going to go with Denny's again.
Yeah, no. Actually, no, that is not Dennys.
You got it wrong.
I was like, no.
Really? You thought that was Denny's?
It's, in this defense, there's a part of it that sort of sounds like at the beginning.
Okay. Wow.
It sounds
okay.
a little like Denny's.
No,
Yeah.
that sounds like an owl.
It sounds more like an owl than Denny's, but
Threw me for a loop there. Yeah, that is not Dennys. That is actually a real owl there, Leo. Who would have known? I see how good Dennys is. He's starting to make this game tough.
it's been tough for a while. He's in the zone.
All right, final animal noise we've got here. These are seagulls fighting over fish. Seagulls fighting over fish. Is this the real seagulls or is this our producer Dennys? Leo, what do you
I'm
think?
going to go with Denny's again.
Gonna go with Denny. He's just safe bet. He's just gonna go with Dennys on that. Yes, congratulations. That is Dennys that is playing the part of the seagull there. Leo, nice job, and thank you so much for playing along with us for some fun. Okay, bud?
Thanks, man.
All right. Has the quarantine been good or bad for your relationship? Fortunately, you're hearing some of the ugly stuff that's going on. We talked to a divorce attorney yesterday on the show, and she said her phone's ringing off the hook.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I saw domestic issues are up too, and those hotlines are being called like crazy. So unfortunately, there is a lot of bad that's happening because of the quarantine.
I get it.
But I have also heard the flip side too, where there are a lot of couples that are now taking time to connect, and they're spending time like having conversation and saying, okay, you know what? Actually, I liked you. We've been on our phones or been so busy, we haven't really connected for some time.
Yeah, those are people with no kids.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All my friends with no kids are just bragging,
having a great
on
time,
social media.
Yeah.
Hashtag living my best childless life.
Yeah, okay. It's going well, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just really kind of depends. Seems like everybody's kind of got their own story. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? What's happening? Joy's got her own issue here. And if you get into a fight while you're quarantined, that's what's really tough. If it's one of those things, too, that's not a real quick one. I know some people are fighting about stupid stuff about, okay, you know, what kind of cheese did you get, or you got the wrong kind of toilet paper, or, you know, something along those lines that doesn't mean a whole lot. But when you're fighting about something that's a little bit more serious, then it can get a little bit uncomfortable. Joy, I think she's kind of almost wants to vent, but wants to get a little bit of perspective here, too, because sometimes you're upset, you just don't know how upset you should be. So, Joy, what is it you caught your boyfriend doing?
Hi. So I walked by my boyfriend on the couch the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed him watching this girl working out. So I leaned in to see who it was. And when he noticed me, he acted super weird and pulled his phone away.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, you know, I'm like, what is that? And he told me, like, you know, stop being so nosy. So he told me, he's like, you know, it's just this workout video, and he's getting some idea from it.
Whatever.
Uh-huh. Is your boyfriend, does he work out a lot?
No. Like, I told him he hasn't even worked out or did anything physical, for that matter, since the pandemic started. So I'm just like, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets mad, and he storms off. So, you know, I have to go check his Instagram handle to see what he was looking at. And I noticed that he's commenting on several of this girl's videos, telling her, like, you know, how good her body looks and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she hearted his comment.
Yeah. Well, she probably
So,
likes the
you know,
attention. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was telling him about the comments. He said that he was just doing it. It's nothing different than telling a musician you like their song on social media.
Really?
Like,
But you can't bang a song.
There's no different. Yeah. It's a great song, great body. Same thing, right?
No.
Okay.
absolutely not. So he says, you know, he's like, I'm like, okay, I just really need help knowing, like, does the fact that he's denying this,
Yeah.
like, does this provide any proof that he know he did something wrong, like, on a scale, like, 1 to 5? Like, how mad would you be?
Okay, well, I mean, it's insulting where look, guys are going to check things out, and on Instagram and all these different platforms, there are people that are very attractive, wearing very tight clothing, and just being a dude, I think it's probably natural to do it, and he got busted. And that's going to happen, and, you know, guys are going to do that, but it's insulting, I think, and it's worse when you double down and you're like going, no, I was getting ideas for a workout, and you don't work out. That's an insult 1 to Joy. And then she goes and digs a little bit deeper, and then he's leaving comments about, hey, your body looks really good. And then he doubles down 2 by saying there's no difference than if I were going in there and telling an artist that I love their song. That's doubly insulting.
I'm old school when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want, if I'm with somebody, I don't want to make them feel bad or insecure. I want them to feel like, hey, babe, I've got your back. I only got eyes for you. Whether that's true or not, whether you think other people are hot, we all think other people are attractive. We all know that. Mm-hmm. Don't celebrate it. I just find it disrespectful, but I'm old school. You'll get people saying I'm insecure.
Scale 1 to 5, how upset would you be?
I'm annoyed.
Give me a number.
Yeah, I'm a moody bitch. 4.
What do you think, Virginia?
I'm set a little different, but I think every relationship has its own settings and boundaries. And for me, it would be a 2. I would not mind it that much because I know Panda already does that and it doesn't bother me. But if I was a little bit set different as she is, and she's expressing to him, that she's not happy with it, I think maybe you have to come at it differently and maybe don't be mad at him, but just explain that it hurts your feelings because people know y'all are together. And when they see him out there putting those comments out there publicly like that, it does look bad because it looks like he is looking to stray on you.
And you're in a different situation, and so is Panda. Technically, Panda's in the public eye now. You have to talk to a bunch of people. You're going to talk to people differently than somebody who's not in the public eye.
That's true.
And Panda can get away with it a little bit more, I feel like, because he's being a little bit goofy and having fun with people that listen to the program. If you're not doing a morning show or doing something in the public eye, then you have a legit reason to feel insecure, and that's what the issue is here.
And you just need to explain to him that it hurts your feelings. Maybe don't get mad, get sad.
Okay. That's the better approach then.
Yeah.
Because he's going to fight back. He's going to push back if you come with anger.
Right.
I just like being cool with your mate, man.
Well, good luck.
That's why I'm single. It's so easy to say.
Megan's going low on this number on how mad she is. She said, Joy, you know where he sleeps. Let him be a dude. He's just looking.
I disagree with Megan.
The thing that I don't like is that he is fishing. Because it's not just looking when he's leaving comments.
And are these girls attainable? Does he know these girls? Are they local?
Yeah, I think she said it's a local trainer.
If it's a local girl, and the other thing too,
that makes a difference.
It does make a big difference.
And Megan's saying he's just being a dude. Not all dudes do that. I know that's what you think, but not all dudes are going on social media going, "Oh, you look so hot. I need it." Oh, not everyone's like that.
That's the added line that I don't like. I mean, it's
you're like,
okay, she looks good.
I'm free.
I need it.
I'm free forming it, but not all. You can't say just being a dude because not all dudes are like that.
Not most. I would hope most dudes would not try to reach out and say something like, "Your body looks great," because he's fishing. He's hoping that he gets a bite.
As soon as you're reaching out on social media to somebody who is local, who is attainable, maybe she works at the ale house, then it becomes real, y'all. Now she's responding. Don't act like that's not a reason to be insecure, because it is.
Yeah, I agree. I started off, I was going to be low on this. I think now I'm at maybe a 3 or 4.
Wallace Pennington's heard enough. I'm out.
Yeah, I would watch this cat. I would watch this guy because, yeah, he might be one of those dudes that he's on deck for a cheat. So, I don't know. Good luck with that.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
COVID chaos continues. Everybody seems like they've got their own level of social distancing, and then you have the social distancing police out there. These aren't people that are actual police. They just feel like they've been commissioned by COVID-19 to make sure that they are telling people when they are violating the laws of social distancing.
Oh, Lord.
You just want to be careful, though, because sometimes people don't take too kindly to you breaking up their party. A 61-year-old man and his 21-year-old daughter confronted a group of 20 or so college-age adults on Saturday night about their loud gathering on Wisteria Island off Key West. Now, that's one they also call Christmas Tree Island there. It's uninhabited and it's federally owned. It's about several hundred yards off of Key West. You can see it there. And so they're having kind of like one of those boat parties like we've been seeing going on. And apparently the guy and his daughter, they live on a houseboat, and they were anchored just north of Wisteria Island. And they saw him out there drinking on the island and whooping it up. And apparently they were trying to sleep. So they come out there and start yelling at him. And several people in this group responded by hitting the guy and his daughter with baseball bats.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Is there video of this?
I haven't seen any video of it yet.
Do you want to see that?
I mean, yeah, so we can chase down the perpetrators and figure out who these people were.
The man's daughter had a large lump on the back of her head, but stayed at the scene and spoke with the deputy.
That's awful.
Oh my gosh.
Craziness, huh? So some people not taking kindly to breaking up their parties.
I hope they caught them and that the baseball bat-wielding criminals didn't jump on a boat and leave.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I imagine they probably will because nobody's really coming off or going into that island. You know, they've shut it down. Like,
right.
You can't get down US 1, so. And they got nothing but time to try to figure out who did something like this.
Right.
There's a guy in Pinellas County, Florida, that attacked a cashier at the Dollar Tree after she confronted him for cutting the line and not keeping a safe distance from other customers. Well, you say something to somebody, they start freaking out, don't they?
It's a tough time right now.
You really, anytime you go out, you don't know what you're going to get into.
Well, the problem is not everybody is practicing social distancing, and some people are set to where they want you to stand 10 feet from them, and some people will come right up on you. And when those two meet in the grocery store aisle, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, that's, I think, pretty much what you're seeing from a lot of this stuff. People not taking too kindly to it. Police in Flagler County, Florida, are looking for a person who is putting porn-filled Easter eggs in homes' mailboxes.
Oh, damn.
Cops were called after several people found the eggs that were filled with a fish-shaped cracker, a sheet of toilet paper, a powdered drink mix, and a crumbled-up pornographic image.
What a weird thing.
That is so bizarre.
That's messed up, because when you see an Easter egg, you immediately probably call your kid over and say, hey, look, little Johnny.
Yeah.
So the Easter bunny, look, left an Easter egg. Open it up.
No, he left porn.
What a weird. It's print porn?
Yeah.
That's odd, man.
That is pretty odd.
That sounds like it's from somebody's personal collection.
It does. Well, it has to be.
That's creepy.
Nobody's been arrested for that just yet.
Is that story going national? They're getting what they want, though. They're getting reported on.
What town is that?
It's Flagler County.
Wow, of course, it's Florida.
Of course.
Yeah, that's up north. A guy who wasn't allowed to drive from France to Spain to buy cheap cigarettes tried to hike across the Pyrenees Mountains.
I mean, that's a man that likes to smoke.
And then wound up needing to be rescued.
Dingbat.
Yeah, and he was charged also with violating the lockdown, so he just had to get them ciggies, so he's going to go for a big old nature hike. A woman in Utah accidentally wrote her handyman a check for $21,000 instead of $2,100. He thanked the Lord, deposited the check, refused to return the money, and then stopped showing up for the job.
Oh, no.
Thankfully, they tracked him down and arrested him. You can't just do that. And there's a guy in Oregon that threw a lit firework at a woman on Saturday during an argument in a U-Haul parking lot. But what he didn't realize is there was another random guy stealing gas from a U-Haul at the exact same time. So you see how these two crimes are not working out. One of them involves siphoning gas. The other one involves fireworks.
Did they meet?
They did meet, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
And set 4 trucks on fire.
Oh, my gosh. Is the woman okay?
Apparently nobody was hurt, at least from seeing right now in the story, but not in the one I have.
Jeez.
But just, wow. How odd is that those two crimes met at that exact same time?
Escalated quickly.
Yes, did not go well together. All right, coming up here in just a bit, we got some KVJ heroes. Thank you so much for letting us know about people that are doing something really cool and special for somebody out there. We definitely want to give them recognition. You can do that, mail at kvjshow.com. Some more local South Florida heroes we got for you as well coming up next.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Yeah, you know, it seemed like there were a lot of people that were not real happy when some of the New Yorkers, when they got their state lockdown, they started jumping on planes and coming to South Florida, and people were like, wait, what? What are you doing? You guys right now have more cases than anybody in the entire country. We don't want you down here in South Florida. You can kind of like sense that tension when we were talking about it here on the show, and now it's kind of turned itself into a story. There's a Florida couple that has a New York license plate that said they got discriminated against while they were trying to find toilet paper last week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Sandra and Marshall, the Aykroyds, spent half the year in New York and then half the year in their home in Fort Pierce. And they're the typical snowbirds of what we've had. And they've been in Florida since January. But last week, they were shocked when a woman approached their car while sitting in traffic. She took this paper and she threw it in and said, get out of here. We don't want your virus. Go back to New York. You're not welcome.
We don't want your virus.
Oh, my.
They said they were shocked and described the woman to be elderly. She then got out of the car and, of course, had to confront her because what's that going to do?
Yeah.
I said, we live here. We have a residence here. So I said, we've been down here since the beginning of January. And she said, well, we don't want you here. And I said, how dare you? How dare you?
Both of you, how dare you?
You know, there's a chance when you go out in public that someone's going to be a jerk to you sometimes. It does happen.
Yeah.
It happens.
Just kind of the way it goes, right?
I mean, it sucks. It's awful if you're ever on that end when someone's being mean to you.
Yeah, she said she took down the license plate number and filed a report with the Fort Pierce Police Department.
There you go.
What are they going to do, though? Hey, stop being so old and cranky.
I've got your license plate number.
I mean, I get it. It sucks.
I mean, good heavens,
But
right?
let's dust off and get back on that horse.
Yes. Somebody else that might be in a little bit of trouble. I don't know if you saw this. There was a nurse who went viral after crying and saying that she quit her job because she wasn't given a mask to treat a coronavirus patient who wasn't telling the whole story, apparently, in the video that was tweeted. The woman says that she quit her job after she was asked to work in a coronavirus ICU unit without a face mask. But those then working in the unit were, in fact, assigned one. They're like going, no, I got a mask. I don't know what she's talking about. And they said, I don't know why she didn't tell the truth. And then apparently they started digging a little bit deeper and realized that she wrote on March 26th that she had been off of work for about 2 weeks now. And she took time off to pursue a blogging social media influencer career.
Well, there you go, y'all. These people that are going out in public getting attention, there's a reason they're doing it.
But listen to what she did. She was a nurse who quit nursing to become a social media influencer, and then she volunteered to go back to work for 1 day.
And quit.
And then quit, and then made this video to go viral to help launch her influencer career.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
They gonna turn on you, girl.
Well, you're a brat.
Wow. Ah.
Yeesh.
You're clearly trying to just get attention.
Well, she's gonna get attention now. It's not gonna be the kind she's gonna like.
Is this the nurse we were talking about a week ago? You had one where a woman was crying and she had to quit.
I don't think so. No, totally different. No, I saw the pictures of both. No, it's a different story. So,
yeah, this is a younger nurse.
Mm-hmm.
This is she's pretty cute too.
Yeah, she's.
Oh, then all's forgiven, Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, this is why this caught on really fast. Oh, cute, sweet, pretty young nurse. They made her go in there with no mask.
Well,
that blew up.
Well, being a victim is very profitable these days.
Especially a cute victim.
If she's a social media influencer, she's playing the game. This was all part of the plan, all part of the plot.
She's lying, and now she's going to get the wrath.
Well, I mean, as you should. I mean, if, she's trying to shame somebody, and they're like, no, actually, we're doing our part. Everybody's got their masks, and yeah, it's a bad situation, but we feel like we're supplying our people with the best supplies that we have and that we can get our hands on. And what you're saying is just completely not true. Just trying to go viral.
She's a fake victim.
Mm-hmm.
Get her.
Yeah.
They will.
Well, there are a lot of people that are doing it the right way. I thought this was kind of cool. The community of Seminole Heights in Tampa used sidewalk chalk to create a life-size Candyland game for kids to play when they go on walks. Is that like hopscotch? Is that what it is?
That's adorable. Candyland?
Yeah.
Kind of. I guess it'd be like hopscotch.
Okay, so you can go out and fish in public and play Candyland with kids. Okay, just making sure I got the rules right.
Yeah.
Is that outside?
Yeah, it's on a sidewalk, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess you're allowed to go outside and play Candyland.
You are. You're allowed to go outside and exercise and be in your yard and be in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's kind of a little positive thing they're doing, just to spread a little bit of joy.
And possibly the corona.
No, you're not allowed to play with other people, though. You can only play with the people you've been quarantined with.
Yeah. They do a little hopscotch down through the thing. As you're passing by, it's just a moment of levity, and oh, isn't that nice? I know the sidewalk chalk has become a big thing.
I know. I went to go get some the other day and it was out.
Yeah,
I know.
There's a lot of there's a great sidewalk chalk artist we got in our neighborhood that's putting up positive messages.
I wanted to do a big pizza piece with promoting a peaceful message. Like crust, we will rise again.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
Okay. Also, there's a lot of restaurants that are jumping out doing some great stuff. My wife was telling me yesterday, Rodney Mayo and his group that he's doing was like 27,000. I can't remember. It was a massive number of how many meals he's dished out to people.
He's been keeping it going, too, for weeks and weeks.
Yeah, their group is doing some really good stuff. I saw Billy Karasik, the owner of the great restaurant in North Miami Beach, is taking food to hospitals daily, and they set up a GoFundMe to kind of keep that going. So there's a lot of groups throughout South Florida that are kind of doing that. And then they're kind of leaning on people saying, hey, if you guys would just fund us a little bit, we'll keep making the meals as cheaply as we possibly can and dish them out.
Little Smiles is doing the same thing. Almost 800 meals have been distributed to local healthcare workers, doctors and nurses in the ERs, in the ICUs. Every single week, Little Smiles is continuing to do that. They've always done that, but now it's really essential.
Do you plan your meals out, for example? Do you already know it's for dinner tonight? Could you make a little menu up for the family, or do you kind of just go into the kitchen and go, I feel like turkey tetrazzini tonight?
Well, I went to Restaurant Depot yesterday, and I bought 10 pounds of chicken breasts. So we haven't chicken for a while.
You're hoarding the chicken breasts.
I've got so much chicken breast.
Good for you.
If you need any, let me know.
Hey, on the Little Smiles thing, they're going out to 11 hospitals and facilities from Miami to the Treasure Coast, and a donation of $10 can feed one nurse, doctor, or support team member. And if you're a business that can do it, a contribution of $300 will feed an entire nurses unit. If you'd like to give to help feed the front line, just text Give Smiles to 44321. 44321.
Awesome.
And you can help out doing that.
Love it.
Well, some people are doing some really cool stuff out there in the community, and there is tough days ahead, as they keep telling us. They say by April 21st, that should be our peak day in the state of Florida in terms of deaths, and after that, we hopefully will start seeing some light on the other end of things, as they will hopefully start declining and quickly from there. Somebody texted us and said my dad had passed away from the virus on Friday, which I just couldn't even imagine having to continue on with that. But a very cool thing that his boss is doing, he's going to continue to pay his salary for a, quote, long time.
Aww.
So this is going to help to pay for my mom's, aid, and which is the reason he had to still work in the first place. So, that's amazing that somebody would do that and just say, hey, I'm going to do what I can to step up. So there's a lot of good stuff like that. I'm just very encouraged to hear how people recognize that they, really do have an obligation to step up and help other people through these difficult times. So I just love those stories. I also love to hear when we're going to get some free food. Pizza, tacos, two of the best things out there,
baby. Give it to me.
Yeah. Domino's going to be giving away 10 million slices of pizza to help keep their communities across the U.S. fed during the coronavirus outbreak, it says.
How do you get that?
What they do is they're going to be doing by helping out school kids, health departments, grocery store workers, and others in need. So it sounds like they're going to be distributing it on their own discretion, but they have earmarked 10 million slices to give out to those groups.
That's awesome.
Gotta throw this out there. If you guys ever get Domino's, try the thin crust with barbecue sauce. Get whatever desired toppings, and then dip it in blue cheese dressing. Baby cakes, you're gonna love it.
It's good stuff.
It
their
is.
thin crust, family got that over the weekend. And, man, I'm telling you, it's some of the best pizza out there.
I think today's going to be a pizza day.
Okay, but it's Tuesday.
Pizza Tuesday.
Taco Bell's doing free tacos again today.
Tacos. Taco pizza is good, actually.
Okay, combine them both. Yeah, you just go through the drive-through and tell them that you love the KVJ show, and you get a free Doritos Locos taco.
Really?
Yeah, try it.
You just say that because they're doing it anyway?
Huh?
Are you just telling people to say that?
No, I called them up.
Okay, well, you got a lot of power, Fat Kevin.
Yes. I call them up. They're going, hello, it's Taco Bell. I'm like, hey, this is Fat Kevin. Maybe you heard of me. Oh, yeah.
You're a legend in taco.
Oh, I am.
Well, you ate a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
I house so many tacos.
Out of both deals, I think I like Domino's slightly better.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
10 million slices to causes of...
A lot of slices.
Okay. Well, it is either way. Whatever you prefer, pizza or tacos, they got you.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.
Well, you've been listening to the KVJ show during the coronavirus quarantine. You probably realize that Virginia is likely the most high-strung member here when it comes to everything COVID-19.
She's the high strung. Dennys is the highest. That's the level.
Yes, a lot of high. going on around here. And I thought this was really interesting when you're letting me know that you're kind of looking in on neighbor Virginia that, who knows, is showing some possible symptoms for coronavirus.
Yes, and has been for 9 days.
Not like you've been charting or anything.
Yeah, not like I've been watching every single second and monitoring everything. I've picked up medical equipment and prescriptions and brought food, and it's very consuming and scary.
Well, do you walk over there and is actually in?
Oh no, I don't go in.
Okay, you just drop it off.
I drop everything off on the porch and run. And yeah, you know me, I'm horrified. So I'm not going in anywhere.
How did you wind up as just somebody that you're in good contact with?
It's one of my closest friends and my neighbor, and I feel like, if I don't do it, there's nobody else to do it. Mm-hmm. He lives alone.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's like we all got to come together. And
he lives alone. Does he want to FaceTime me later? Because I'm by myself, too. Does he know how to FaceTime?
Yes, he would absolutely love to FaceTime you.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many places are starting to pick up like that for people that are just looking for, they're lonely. They're looking for some companionship.
Over the weekend, and I apologize to anybody who I have not gotten back to. Over the weekend, a lot of people were texting me and calling me because I put my number out on the air, and a lot of people are in the middle of a breakup right now. I must have talked to 6 different people over the weekend that I talked to on the phone. They go, "Hey, Bert, can you talk to me just for a couple of minutes? I broke up with my girlfriend, and I just need to talk to somebody."
And they're still living in the same house?
They're either living in the same house or they're at a different place now. There's 10 more people that are going through a breakup that I haven't even got to yet. And I don't know why people are coming to me for love advice.
Really?
I think people just want to talk.
Maybe they're coming to you for breakup advice.
Yes, and I think people just want to talk.
Yeah, I think that everybody needs some level of comfort through all of this, and people are finding their comfort in different ways on what they're doing.
Give me a call. I'm going to try to talk to everybody. Mm-hmm. It's a little tough.
There was that hotline I gave out the other day that is kind of doing that is connecting people where you will just get calls and they patch people through. That if you say, "Hey, I'm here to talk to somebody," and then people are looking for that, and then you'll get a call, and they were talking about how really awesome it was because they were just getting random calls from interesting people and hearing their story and trying to give them one companionship and a little bit of comfort.
Yeah, someone texted me like, "Bird, I'm in a loveless marriage right now. She doesn't even like me." I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Oh, geez.
I'm like, "Well, you're making me depressed now."
Wow. Right.
No, but I guess it's breakup time for a lot of people. Maybe because, you're quarantined and you're thinking about stuff and you're getting deep with your thoughts.
I think that app you're talking about is Quarantine Chat.
Yes, that's what it was.
So
absolutely.
If either you want to help people because you got time to talk to people, or if you need somebody to talk to, Quarantine Chat.
Yeah, that is one way you can do it.
Or Quarantine Bird, 561-702-2874.
There you go. He's right there for you. Yeah, like you're saying, it is going one of two different ways with a lot of relationships during the quarantine. Unfortunately, there are domestic issues that are happening. There are a lot of calls going through to our divorce attorney friend that we had on yesterday. She said her phone is ringing off the hook. But then on the other side of it, some people are just really winning. I guess you will realize if you've got a great mate or not on the other end of this. Because it is, hey, everything is, it's so easy to have a good relationship when life is awesome.
Right.
And you got tons of money and all kinds of fun things to do, and it's just one happy moment after another. That's really easy. But a solid relationship is built over trying times. And you got to make it through trying times before you really get that rock solid, ride or die type of relationship. And, this is putting a lot of those relationships through the fire, and you're finding out what kind of person you got. We got an email that basically just laid this out from Amanda. She said, "I wanted to call out my husband because I wouldn't be making it through this coronavirus quarantine without him. I have a pre-existing condition and I got laid off, so I'm worried about health and finances. Last week, I was crying almost the entire day. Then at night, I was having a hard time falling asleep. A few nights ago, I was stirring in bed and my husband just started rubbing my back and telling me that it was going to be okay. His assurance helped me to fall right asleep, and now he does this every single night and doesn't stop until he hears me snoring.
Oh, that's sweet.
I wouldn't make it through this without him. Thanks a lot, jerkface. I mean, come on. This guy's setting a bar that how many other guys are going to be able to jump over this thing?
Well, maybe you should, instead of being mad at him, emulate him.
Good heavens.
Flip
wow.
the script, Ralston.
Yeah.
I know the queen likes a foot massage. Why don't you get on them pigs?
I've been doing it.
Okay.
I've been doing them foot massages, Virginia.
You should make video of that. I want to see you rubbing them pigs.
I don't know. It's got like this big horn that comes out the one side of the foot. It's like a...
Does she have a bunion?
I don't know what it is. It's
you can
like,
get that fixed now.
I mean, she could like latch onto the side of a cliff. I'm not sure what it is, but I mean, yeah, if she doesn't mind video of that, we could do that, no problem. All right, baby. Yes. Brag on your old man. Amanda was just a second ago. He's rubbing her back until she goes to sleep every single night. How
So sweet.
So adorable.
That guy's awesome.
He's so awesome. Be nice to everybody have a guy like that out there. But unfortunately, we don't.
Yeah. Some of us have nobody to have them rub our backs.
Oh. All you got is a blind dog. He can't even see your back.
Wow, that's just not even funny. That's just mean.
I'll just laugh and having a good time.
I mean, yeah. And by the way, I'm over here. I'm ripping on myself about how depressing my situation is
Well, I
anyway.
just had a vision of Chewie trying to rub your back, but then he can't find it in his little paw.
Well, he can't really move because he's got arthritis.
That's sad. So depressing. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, my husband was laid off a couple weeks ago, and I'm deemed an essential worker, so dinner is started. If not by the time I get done, then he will have it all ready by the time I'm there. He made arroz con pollo, frijoles with corn tortillas yesterday. Eases the stress.
Wow, good for him.
How about that?
It's nice to eat with family. I'd like to eat with family, but I'm the only one living in my townhouse.
Sad stuff. The lonely bird over here. He's got one lonely eye.
It's a mess.
He could die in that place and be there for weeks.
Oh, I'm afraid if I do, I'm afraid
If we didn't have this radio show, we never find him.
Chewie's gonna eat me.
Your blind dog still can smell. He will sniff out wherever you are.
To be quite honest, one of the latest things that's going with Chewie is kind of losing his sense of smell.
Oh, jeez. On top of it?
Top of vision.
Wow. Yeah. I feel like there's more to come to. I feel like we could be here for an hour.
That's just the beginning.
Right. Gosh, yeah. So there you go. You thought you had it tough? You thought you had it tough, really?
Just look at this guy.
Look at this guy. You don't have it tough.
I was going to go on a long walk with him today, but earlier doing that dance off, I kind of threw out my back again.
You are making me feel better.
I lost my credit card last week, and it was supposed to come in last Friday. Still hasn't got here.
Yeah. Oh, the tail's a sad bird.
And by the way, the IRS, they still think I don't exist.
And they owe you money. Yeah. They owe you a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the key. Owing you money. How'd you like beat me in one note, name that tune? You beat me last week.
I cannot wait.
Wouldn't a win make you feel good?
A win would just be thrilling.
Unless, of course, I beat you.
Beat him, Kevin.
There's no way I win.
No mercy.
No, I wouldn't say that.
The universe is so against me right now.
I think you got this. Okay, one note, name that tune.
This is your game, Bird.
It is. He's very good at this.
Pull it together.
I love the fake positivity.
He's very good at this. You beat me last week. I think I'm pretty good at music recognition games. And this is a lot of this contemporary stuff.
And this is stuff you can play at home with the family,
yeah,
too.
You can.
One note, name that tune is fun for everybody.
Yes, it is.
It's fun to play with your family.
If you have one. He just dropped the Clorox wipes on the floor and contaminated them.
And then I accidentally kicked him.
Oh, I'm going to kill you.
I'm just very clumsy, Kev.
That's good revenge, huh?
And I come in here and wipe everything, and now the wipes are contaminated.
Aren't you conflicted?
Yeah, this is a good time to yell at me.
Damn it, Bird.
Okay, here we go. One note, name that tune. You do have to buzz in with your name as a reminder here. Okay. You just get one note of the song. Okay. You ready, Bird?
With your name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you just have to get the title of the song. That's it. You don't have to know artist and title. Just
the title.
Just the title of the song.
That's the trickiest part.
Sometimes that is the trickiest part. Yeah.
The artist comes to you quicker.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Song 1.
Oh.
Do I gotta get? No, can't get it again. Dun. Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Issues. I got issues.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. But you're in the right time frame.
Virginia.
All right.
Pumped up kicks.
Incorrect, Virginia.
Oh, damn it. Come on, Kevin. Don't. That's how it goes.
Kevin's on that.
Yeah,
Kevin. Kevin's on it.
Dang it, I don't know. What the heck is that? So, what is wrong with my brain? Gosh, I know it. Oh, man.
Birds had a cake and we're not allowed to go by the ocean.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
oh, jeez.
Terrible pick, Dennys. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a cake.
Yeah. Correction. Okay, nobody got that point. Jeez.
It's a tricky one.
Why did I not get that? Okay, here we go. One note, name that tune. Kevin.
All right, Kevin.
X's and O's.
Oh, you got it.
wow.
Okay.
It's not looking good for Cake Man.
It ain't looking good for Cajun Man either.
Yeah.
Cajun Man and Cake Man.
Cajun and Cake Man. All right, song number 3 here. One note, name that tune.
Bird.
Go ahead.
Despacito.
Oh, you got it.
Whoa!
He's back. He's back.
Nice job. That was good.
Yeah.
That was a quick riff.
That was good. All right.
It's a jam.
Okay. Despacito. All right, it's tied 1 apiece here. Virginia yet to get on the board.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect much.
One note. Name that tune. Kevin.
All right.
I like it better when I'm with you. I like it better.
Oh, it's so close. Incorrect.
I'll take another round of hearing it, please.
I mean.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, one word.
One word off.
Bird.
Virginia.
Yeah.
I need it better.
That's not the word.
That was not the word. Virginia.
He messed me up. Better with you?
I like me better when I'm with you.
Kevin's
like
got
me
it.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, rats.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
yes,
was
yes.
the song here. Okay. All right, Virginia, you've been eliminated.
Aw.
Oh, please don't go.
Can I go?
Oh, please stick around.
Stay here.
Oh, please stay.
Final one here for a tiebreaker. One note, name that tune is between myself and the bird.
Oh, my gosh. Bird.
Oh.
21 Pilots. My mess. My mess.
My mess.
Clean. Ah.
Oh my gosh. No.
Unfilthy or filthy.
No.
Dirty.
You can't take 15 guesses. Sit down.
Unclean.
No.
21 Pilots, though.
It is.
Gosh, yeah. It's let me see. I know.
Quarantine. You know what I mean. Dream team.
Oh,
What
you guys
is
are
the
so close.
name of that song? It's not Hydroxycut. It's
Hydroxychloroquine?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with chlorine.
Chlorine?
Chloroform.
That's incorrect.
Oh man, why can I not remember the name of any song?
What is it?
Kevin.
Stressed out.
Stressed out.
Oh, you guys got it right at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gosh, that's right. Dang.
Dennys, this is hard.
It shouldn't be. Like, I know every song. Why can't I not think of a title?
The titles are
terrible
tough.
at that.
We should know this, technically. If we were good DJs, if we were actually good at our job.
Yeah, I'm a big 21 Pilots fan.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Huge fan.
Huge fan. Come on, Kev. Well, delivery is one of those businesses that has to be booming, I would imagine. I never did a lot of delivery to my house, but I've done it several times over the last couple of weeks. First time ever was during this whole quarantine thing, is doing the delivery. And after somebody told me today that Total Wine delivers, there's going to be a delivery guy at my door every day.
I'm curious about the turnaround.
Yes.
Total Wine. Jay Bird brought up a good point. Like, if you need a drink, you need a drink.
Well, I order from them, and it took. I didn't even do the order because it said it was going to be there in 3 days. At that point, I'm like, I'll find a way to get whiskey before 3 days.
I can crawl there faster.
Yeah. I'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
You're going to have plan ahead, and you're not a man of planning.
Keep in mind, that was right at the beginning of all the insanity. When all the toilet paper was gone, I don't know if it's gotten better. It might have been smoother now.
Yeah, I think they're figuring it out. And
Some people are figuring it out, and some people are not.
Yeah, I've seen that some stores now are doing like the one-way aisle. It's kind of one of the latest measures that they're doing. Yes, so it would be you can only go one way down this aisle. You can't
Brilliant.
Yes, right? So that's an easy way to maintain that. And who knows, that might be something where it's one of those things that sticks around even after the coronavirus is over. I know other places are limiting how many people can get in a store at a time. We're doing special shopping hours.
Someone said that this was the death of the high five, and I don't want to believe that.
Well,
I
the high five was stupid anyway.
I love a high five. The best is a high five when you're walking next to a stranger as you're crossing, and you put out a high five, and they slap your hand back, and you just keep on walking into the world like nothing's ever happened. That's a cool moment.
And I can confidently tell you that has never happened to me one time.
Really?
You always either miss or it's awkward.
No, I've never just walked by somebody I really didn't know and like, hey, high five. We just keep walking.
I have done
That's never.
I've done it an alarming amount of
Don't
time.
do it to Kevin. He's telling you right now he's going to leave you hanging.
I just never had happen to me.
Don't do it to anybody right now. But yeah, I'm a big high fiver. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Will that die with the coronavirus? Who knows what kind of changes we're going to see? But Uber Eats, since they're doing a lot of delivery, they're saying that fries are the most popular takeout order in the U.S. And I'm surprised just because fries doesn't seem like a good transit food.
So here's the thing. I ordered fries yesterday. I can very much speak on this. It took 43 minutes for me to get my meal. By the time they got there, the fries were still warm. They still tasted good, baby.
They weren't steamy and soggy?
They weren't steamy and soggy. A lot of people will put them in the microwave. Don't put them in the microwave. You want to put them in the oven, but at a lower temperature. And maybe put a little water on them, too, to give it a little bit of a...
You've never sounded smarter.
Yeah.
Finally, you found your groove.
How to do it.
Stella.
Yeah, all different kinds of fries. That goes waffle fries and carne asada fries and all that.
Could I please, for a second, talk to Fat Kevin?
Yeah.
Fat Kevin, what kind of fry did you love the most? Were you a waffle fry guy?
Well, I didn't grow up in an era of the when I was, eating that kind of stuff. I did not grow up in an era of the tricked out fries like what you have today. And even now, I will still have a few. And the ones that I love, like truffle fries and things along those lines. Fancy fries, yeah. The BurgerFi fries are fantastic.
But still, going back to your roots, nothing beats a McDonald's.
McDonald's
French
fry was number one, but it wasn't even close. I mean, there was a lot of fries that I did not necessarily like, but the McDonald's fry was far and away the best.
Denny's favorite fry is probably my least favorite fry.
The shoestring?
He loves Checkers. I am not a Checkers.
They're the curly ones?
No, the Cajun.
The Cajun seasoning?
They're not my favorite. I'll eat them.
I love those.
I like them, don't love them.
Oddly enough, I didn't used to like waffle fries. I've been won over.
Well, because waffle fries sometimes they're undercooked and they have a potato heart, I call it. Right in the middle, you're eating and go, oh, there's the potato heart.
It's too soft.
It's you can tell it's not cooked completely.
You're making me want French fries.
Well, look.
Uber Eats, baby. Order them today. They said there's been a 30% increase in French fries since mid-March.
Here's my knock on the delivery stuff. If they want an honest critique, they have a section in there that has special instructions. So if you want extra cheese on something or a sauce,
you're a man of special instructions.
They have the feature there, so when you go to hit it, they go, sorry, special features doesn't work. And all of them have that right now. No special. If you want extra
you can't get special.
If you want extra sauce on your pizza, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck. It's going to be a troubling time for you.
Troubling time.
No special instructions. That's what used to get him every time, because he would have this laundry list of special instructions and give it to Suits, and then Suits puts the order in. And just every time they would mess up the special instructions before coronavirus.
Well, it's because the level of difficulty has gotten to be so great.
You're a 10.
It's not that difficult.
1 to 10, you're a 10, baby.
It's really... What? You got the biggest nards on the planet talking about difficulty.
Yeah, they say their most popular beverage is soda, Thai iced tea, horchata. What is that?
Chata.
Is that a girl you order over?
I mean,
it sounds like some kind of fancy tea beverage.
A horchata. Okay, iced coffee and lemonade. While the most loved desserts were tiramisu, baklava, cheesecake, banana pudding, and churros.
You are making me just...
Yeah, you're sending somebody into a tizzy.
Well, this is food foreplay. This is what he does. And then I go home and I just can't control myself. And then I end up just getting down on that burrito. Or that spaghetti.
They say that a horchata is a plant milk beverage. Is pretty much what a horchata is. It's a traditional Mexican drink made up of white rice soaked in water. It's flavored with cinnamon, and it's sweetened with granulated sugar.
You'd be proud of me.
Where do you get that from?
I don't know. I've never seen a horchata around here. I don't know that we have...
It looks like it would look good with some rum or coffee liqueur in it.
I don't think we have the Mexican...
Or like some rum chata.
Okay.
A horchata with the rum chata.
Sounds pretty good.
It's a lot of chata.
That would work with booze really well, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. There you go. Looking for some carryout. That's some stuff that you can think of today.
We're definitely doing carryout today, I think, right?
When you say we, you mean you and your dog?
No, all of us.
I've got my food at home, baby.
Me too. I went to Restaurant Depot. I got a lot of food.
It must be so nice to be nice and adult and prepared.
Yes, it is very nice, actually.
I bought you stuff.
Yeah, I got plenty of beans.
Well, we're taking care of bartenders this week. I believe next week we're going to go on to servers. So if you're a server that is laid off and looking for some money, we're going to also be putting a spotlight on you as we wrap up some bartender stuff this week. But we're still going to keep them up on our website. We'll have a bartender section and we'll have a server section, and we'll start showcasing those next week. So you send us a video, 20 seconds or less, your name, where it was that you were working before you got laid off, a little bit about yourself, and then include your Venmo number, just like Kelsey did.
Hey guys, I'm a bartender at the Crazy Horse Saloon in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. As you know, bars are shutting down, restaurants are only takeout, and I got 3 kids, and all I can do is kiddie pull it up in the backyard, but I could use some help.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think that Crazy Horse is the first place I ever played music out live with my dad.
Okay, it's a cool little place. They carry the KVJ beers. They're right there in the plaza just off of I-95 on North Lake, just a little bit west.
Oh, it's on North Lake?
I believe so, yeah.
Never mind.
You don't have video of that first said performance.
I don't even know if cameras were real back then.
We didn't have cameras back then, see?
Mm-hmm. All right. We've got to get to the After the Show podcast. That is going to be coming up here in just a matter of moments. Before we do, Jaybird, if you would wrap us up here today with your thought for the day.
I want to dedicate this to y'all, my friends, my family. To the world, you may be just one person, but to one person, you may be the world.
Sweet.
I'm a sweetheart.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Don't pay more. Save thousands on low mileage 2016 through 19 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.